Today we're just going to be talking about how you can migrate to the UK, other alternative that does not have to be sponsorship. Yeah, so you don't need to have a job or you don't require to have sponsorship. So other ways you can migrate to the UK. So my guest is here today. He was a student. So he was a student here in the UK, and when he was done with his studies, he just switched to startup visa. Startup visa does not lead to settlement, and innovator visa does. So he switched to he started with startup visa and then he switched to innovator visa. He was a student, and if you can't do this, you can do this, guys. So is another way, another alternative. So I'm bringing him up now for him to share his journey, his experience, how he started. So let me invite our guests. Thank you so much for, honoring my invitation to come and, educate us on how you did it. First, I would like you to introduce yourself.
So yeah, my name is Oniprie. That's just it. That's my name. What else do they want to know?
How did you start? That's your journey,
Okay.
Coming to the UK. How was your journey? How did you start? Where did you start from? And where are you at right now?
I first came into the UK, I think 2014, on the scholarship, this something called NIMASA. Had to do with ships and all that, so we had to go to India first, and then
scholarship.
Wow. That's where it all started. That's where the journey started. So yeah, scholarship. Then we went to India. From India, we came to the UK. I first went to somewhere around Newcastle, South Shields in the UK. After that, we went back to Nigeria. We just did 1 year in the UK, then went back to Nigeria. Then we came back to do BSc, because then what we did in South Shields, Newcastle, was diploma, basically, like a HND. So we came back to Liverpool to come and do a degree in 2015, and then had to go back to Nigeria again. Then I now started coming by myself. I came back by myself to come and do my master's, and that's where, like I said, like trying to figure out how to like stay in the country and all of that. So when I was doing my master's, that's when I was doing research on like how to stay and all that. I heard about this whole startup visa. Back then, it was just 1 year. They give 1 year, and then after the 1 year, you have to apply again for another year. Back then, yeah, and
oh wow, so you've been in the UK since 2014
and all that drama.
Oh wow, so now you're
not yet.
So wow, you're almost there anyway. So the thing is, I like the fact you're like sharing your journey, because a lot of people want to move to the UK as a student, but they also want to like, okay, people have been messaging me, okay, Faith, if I come to the UK as a student, how do I get to stay permanently? Do I need to, most of them, sometimes we talk about tier 2 sponsorship jobs, but the fact that you don't need to rely only on getting a job in the UK to be able to stay is something good. And the fact that you've done it and you've been successful, I mean, this is an eye-opener that a lot of people would need
back then,
to know.
It was even like extremely difficult. Like when I started back then, it was either option of like marrying a white person or having a child. That was like the only option you could see. Like for you to even do startup visa, it means that you have a very strong mind and you're intentional about what you want. You don't want to like go into all of that. So the research started, and funny enough, I was among the first few people that my school actually gave endorsement. So how startup visa works is you have a business plan. It has to be innovative. It has to be something different from any other thing in the market and in that region. So my school didn't even, like, they weren't giving people because nobody was really interested then. I think I was like the second or third person that they gave sponsorship to like try my business plan. So if anybody on this live that you're a UK student currently, you can ask your school, like you can go to the center of entrepreneurship in your school, because most schools have it. They have like a center of entrepreneurship and all that. So you can ask your school if they do this startup visa thing and they give endorsement. So that's how I started. I went to like go and start asking questions in school, and then they sent me to the department that does it, and I started speaking to people. And the interesting thing about using your school is they will help you. Like, it's not like it's just a normal agency that gives endorsements that if they don't like you, they don't like you. So my own time, I was really lucky because the school really helped me. I brought my business plan and they helped me shape it to what was required to get the sponsorship from the UK Home Office. So yeah, so if it's school, I mean, the school, they will help you, they'll teach you, and they'll give you advice on how to shape your business plan. But the most important thing is your idea has to be something different. It has to be unique and it has to be scalable. What scalable means is there must be a potential for growth, and you must like convince people that this business can work and there's potential for growth. Me, my business plan.
So what was your business idea?
Yeah,
if you don't mind me asking.
My business was Africa to You back then. In Liverpool back then, we didn't really have African restaurants. They had one, I've forgotten the name, but it just closed down. It just closed down back then, and I did my business plan like I'm going to provide African food, like not like cook the food, like raw food and all that, and I'm going, yeah,
raw African food.
And then
so you're going to
like,
import
like
the UK.
School, it wouldn't have worked because when I said that, they were like almost like there are a lot of shops that sell African food, and then I started shaping it until I told them that I'm going to be selling snails. So that's what did the trick for me. I told them that.
Oh, so you now bring it down
I
to a
told them that I
specific
want to sell
food,
snails,
like
that where I'm from in
snail.
Nigeria, I've got a snail farm and I can import it directly. And in the future, I'm going to have a snail farm in Liverpool and all that. Back then, 3 snails was £10 in Liverpool. I was telling them that I can enter the market and sell it a lot cheaper and still make a lot of money from it because I'm the one producing, like I'm bringing the snails directly from Nigeria and all that. So that was what like pushed me inside the door, basically. The fact that I said it's snails that I'm going to be doing.
Like, this is a good idea. I mean, to you, it might look like small, but it's something big because snail, like, who would ever think that you can get startup visa telling them you want to sell snail in the UK? Wow.
Yeah, so
okay.
After that,
almost look, you deserve a round of applause. When I spoke to you and you told me startup visa business idea, in my head I was expecting like,
I think most people when they see it, they think this thing is very hard for me to do. Things like startup visa, like Innovator visa, global talent visa. People like from the outside think it's very difficult to do, but if you just like go into the research, break it down, it's something that is doable. And you also need a little bit of luck as well. Because then if it wasn't school, like I said, it wouldn't have worked because they helped me to shape it. But I didn't have this information now that I'm giving out. So anybody that wants to do it now, at least you have this information that I'm giving out. So you're better prepared before you even contact any agency that is going to sponsor you.
Yeah. Wow. Like, this is so, we know that startup visa does not lead to settlement. So you as in Niger blood day your body, like, sharply switch from startup to Innovator visa. I'm like,
let me just
I
love
about that. What you do.
So funny thing, another thing is when the period I had my startup visa was that period where the UK government was trying to change it. So they changed the startup visa to make it only once, 2 years. You apply straight and you get your 2 years. And me, I was on 1 year. So as I was finishing my 1 year, I was supposed to apply to get another 1 year. But funny enough, when I applied, they gave me 2 years again. So I was on startup visa for 3 years instead of 2 years. You're supposed to be on startup visa for only 2 years. But me, I had it for 3 years because of the fact that I was in it when they were trying to switch and all of that. So after the startup visa, I was now asking myself now, like, what next? Like, I need to get permanent stay. That is the goal. You need to get permanent stay. You get. So, and my school doesn't do Innovator visa. School doesn't do it yet. School only helps you to start.
Sorry, before you go into the Innovator visa, I'm actually curious. Did you do the business?
private question. Anyway, that's a private question.
Oh, okay. All right, no need.
So,
Okay, let's
yeah.
move on. Moving on to innovator visa.
So moving
Okay.
on, I was not trying to figure out how I'm going to stay. My 2 years is running out. I started doing research on innovator visa,
Yeah.
and then my sister actually sent me a link of someone that she knows that's done it, and then I was able to speak to the person and all of that. Person introduced me to a company called Innovator International. That company now, this one is not, they don't
Okay.
owe you anything, it's not free. Usually, like, yeah, if it's not school, another thing is they charge for endorsement, they charge to endorse your business plan. If you're going with all them agencies, they charge. So this time now I have to pay for an
Oh,
endorsement. So they introduced me to this Innovator International, and then I spoke to them and I gave them my business plan, told them that I've been on a startup visa, so my business has already been endorsed before and all that. So for the fact that my business has already been endorsed before, it was an easier process for me.
yeah.
It was smoother for me. But at the end of the day, it's literally the same thing. You show them your business plan. They tell you what they like about it, what you can improve. They ask you questions about it, and you try to give them the answers that you think they need to hear before they can endorse you. And yeah, along the line, those ones they endorse me. I paid the deposit, and then I'm paying monthly for the endorsement. How these people work is
Oh,
this Innovator International. You sign a contract with them, and the endorsement they give you is 2 endorsements. The endorsement you need to get the Innovator visa, and the endorsement you need to apply for your permanent stay. So how Innovator route works is they give you the first endorsement for like having a business plan and wanting to try it in the UK. And the last one you need to apply for permanent stay is
yeah.
an endorsement for growing your business. So the contract you sign is for those 2 endorsements. So after the 3 years, you get your second endorsement, and then you apply for your permanent stay. So me,
Yeah, because I read that with innovator visa,
yes,
it's just 3
it's 3
years
years to
to
settlement.
settlement. As in, it's just like global talent visa. 3 years on an innovator visa, you get your
Yeah.
permanent leave to remain in the UK. Oh my God, you're
Not
balling,
really,
no?
not really. I mean,
As in, I need to come and
innovator
pick your
another thing
brain.
is
That brain of
another thing
yours
you
is
people need to know,
hot.
innovator visa, you cannot like work like except on your business, or you're getting contracts and stuff. Maybe you're like an IT person and you're getting contracts like self-employed.
So,
Yeah,
oh,
you
you
cannot
can't
work
work
for
for
other
other
companies. So it's
companies.
not all rosy like that. But if you've been in the UK and you know what you're doing,
Oh,
you can. But they're changing it. They're changing it
I
this
thought
year.
you can actually work for other company and still work
It has
in
to
your
be that
own business.
there's a way you have to package it. It has to be that it's self-employed. You're doing your own taxes. It basically, the key word is any job you're doing has to be outside RL 35. That's the key word. Any work you're doing has to be outside.
So you can still work, but not
It's
full
not about
time.
full time or part time. It's just depending on how the work is. Basically, even if you there's some like even care work,
Wow.
for example, there's some care work, all this living care work. There are some that the companies they pay you directly. They don't do your taxes, they pay you as self-employed. So you can do those type of work. Yeah, you
Then
have to
you
do
will
your
not
own
do your own
taxes. Like
taxes.
let it be that
Oh,
you're invoicing that
taxes.
company.
Oh,
You're just going to have to invoice the company, and then you do your own thing, so that it will be like you're working for yourself. It has to be self-employed. However, they're changing it this year, I think. Yeah, they're changing it so
yeah. I
you
think
you
I
can be
saw
able to work.
that.
They haven't done it yet, but yeah.
Work and still work in your own business. Yeah, I think I saw that the new changes for the innovator visa, you'll be able to work for another company and still work for yourself. That was why when you said you could not do. So all this while, how long have you been on the innovator visa?
Since last year. So I'll finish in
Oh,
2024,
okay.
basically.
So you've been on it
2024, that's it. No more applying for visa.
when you've been done and you
Yeah,
become a
hopefully.
permanent resident and official citizen of the United Kingdom. Anyway, guys, you guys, if you need advice or you need help with, maybe you want to go through the startup route or innovator route, you can always follow Preye. He's on Instagram. I mean, he's a ghost on Instagram because there's no post on your page. You can always send him a DM. I mean, go and flood his DM. This is someone that has been through the process, so he's the best person to show you the way. There's a follow people way no road. Like, he has done this, and he would best tell you what would work. Like, all you just need is your business idea for you to be able to land. Like, that's international student that you're watching this. Even if you're not an international student, you can still get this thing wherever you are. So I'm going to tag you. I'm going to pin your name at the comment section. So okay, if you have any question, this is the best time for you to ask. So now, what would be for you, what would be the best advice, like, for those who want to switch or go about this startup visa? What are the things that you felt like you wouldn't have done, like advice, generally?
If you want to switch, like maybe you're a student or startup visa, you can get even from Nigeria. You don't have to be a student. You can get even from Nigeria if you
Yeah.
get endorsement. But what I would say is, before you contact any agency, read about the agency and what businesses they can support. Because some agencies, like, they only support tech. It has to be a tech idea. You want to build software. Some agencies, they might only accept maybe fashion. So different. What I sent you a link of all the agencies that endorse.
Yeah, I'm gonna post the link after the live. Yeah, you sent me a link of endorsing agency. So this agency, they
some of them charge, some of them don't charge. But I'll always advise, man, pay for the ones that pay for it, because the ones that they take your money, they will want you to get it. The ones that don't charge, they are looking for something very unique. So those ones that are running it as a business, I prefer those ones because it's a bit straightforward, and they will help you. If your business idea is not what is required, they'll tell you, they'll try to like give you advice and tell you to go and change it up and bring it again. Yeah.
Advice.
So
okay. So let's start taking some questions. Please, what's the name of the agency
Innovator
you use?
International.
Okay, you already said that before. So somebody said, did you follow up with the business plan after you got the startup visa?
I did, though. I did. I sold some snails. I actually did.
Okay. Okay. Somebody said, can you get the Innovator visa with dependent visa? So that means if you're on a dependent visa, can you get the Innovator
visa? You can get it whether you're on any visa, whether you're in Nigeria, you can get it. Or is he asking if you can bring dependent?
Okay. No. If I think what he meant is, if you're on a dependent visa, can you now maybe like
you can always
come on
a
student visa, they are
You
dependent.
can always switch.
Yeah, I think dependents can switch to any visa, I feel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But like if you want to come to the UK, for example, maybe you want to use student way, like you want to come and do a master's. If your sole reason is like you want to japa, basically, you want to come and migrate, you don't want to go back to Nigeria and all that, I wouldn't advise you to do masters, except okay, you have passion, you really want to do the masters. I would advise use that money and pay an agency that can give a startup visa. Basically, that's what I'll say. Because startup visa, you can work full time. Your 2 years, you work full time, and you can get another visa to like work in the UK. You can switch to a tier 4 visa, a tier 2 visa, sorry, or an innovator visa.
You can even switch to a tier 2 visa if you come on a startup visa.
If you know your sole intention is just to migrate.
School fees. Oh, I see your brain. Something. I need to come and pick it. I mean, look at where you're thinking. To be honest, this is frank. Like, this is so true. Like, instead of investing so much money into coming via school,
you can only
why not invest it to get the startup visa?
Student visa, you're busy thinking about school, writing dissertation and coursework and all that. And you can only work 20 hours. When you can just pay a lesser amount of money, and with a little bit of work, you do your business plan well, you write your proposal well, and you can work full time, and your business can even be successful. I mean, like the business is very, like, if anything, as far as it's innovative, I've seen people that sold pencils and they just said what's innovative about it is that it's from Africa, the label or something. I've seen people.
Guys, I don't know why I'm not seeing a lot of love. You guys need to be showing love. I need to be seeing the love, because what he's saying makes a lot of sense, guys, honestly. Anyway, this is such a huge, I'm so happy like this, you're coming here to share this very insightful information. Yes, the love is coming. Yes, because the ideas you're dropping, the tips you're dropping for people who want to migrate is actually good. Instead of investing that so much money into school, why not invest it in getting a startup visa? Okay, somebody asked, can you get the innovator visa without first having the startup visa?
Possible.
Is it possible?
If you're doing that straight, I think you need to show that you have £50,000 to invest in the business. But honestly, when you're already on a startup visa, you don't need to show any money. So I didn't show any bank statement.
Okay. So somebody said, please, do you have an idea on how to relocate to Australia from UK? I don't think so. Sorry. Somebody said, yes. I mean, can your dependent come under you, husband and children?
Anyone,
on which of the visa, both startup and innovator? Anyway, you can come with your dependent. Okay. Can you go from student visa to innovator visa?
Startup visa first. Except like you're
okay,
rich.
All right.
Can you like if you don't have money, start with startup visa, because then you wouldn't need to show any money when you want to switch to innovator. And if you start with a startup visa, like if it's not school, maybe it's an agency that gives you a startup visa endorsement. That same agency can give you the endorsement for an innovator visa at the end of the day after your 2 years.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Somebody said, can you assist someone on this plan to Japan? Please, do you offer this service? I mean, can you put people through who want to use the innovator or startup visa? Like,
the thing is,
put them through.
I can definitely help someone, but you must have the money and you must be willing. It's not like you come to my DM and you don't have any money to start any process. It's not going to work, because startup visa, you need money to do it. Maybe you don't know how to write a business plan. You need someone to write the business plan for you. You still have to be. Some of these agencies, they have that service. I think my agency, they wanted to collect £1,000 from my hand, but I told them, don't worry, I can write business plan. They had they had that service. Yeah.
I don't know why you don't be
Innovator okay. Like, let them just hear your idea, and if they believe it's innovative enough, they will get someone that will write the business plan for you. Like, you tell them what you want in it. So there's service, and it's just money, first of all. But me, I would advise, do your business plan by yourself. If you can't, you can pay someone to do it. Doesn't really matter.
So that you can be able to defend it, not like right?
Anybody will ask you anything, basically. What they do is, some people want you to pitch. So, like, pitch, basically, talk about your business to them, convince them that this business will work. Some people want you to pitch. But Innovator International, like the one that I know, I did not pitch. It was just, we're exchanging emails, that's all. I never had to speak to them on the phone until after they've given me endorsement. So it depends. Like, every endorsing body is different.
Okay.
But schools, yeah, most schools might want you to pitch because you're their student. I mean, they're seeing you already. They might want you to pitch your business idea. But like I said, just think about it. It has to be innovative. It has to be scalable, and just tweak it a little bit.
There has to be growth plan.
It can be anything, basically. But you need to convince people. It doesn't necessarily have to be. The business doesn't necessarily have to work out. That's why it's a startup visa. It's just, you're trying to start this business.
Yeah,
you're telling people that you're trying to start this business. You feel it's going to work. At the end of the day, it might not work. That's not anybody's fault, because I mean, businesses fail all the time.
Yeah,
like
startups
fail more than average if you do your research. So
yeah, a lot of businesses fail. That's true.
Feeling pressured, like, what if it doesn't work and any of that? You just need to get into the door, get into the UK, basically.
Yeah, okay. Someone said, does it have to be a new business? What if you are already incorporated in
for a startup
UK?
visa? I think you have to be a new business. It has to be a new business. It has to be innovative, something that is different from anything on the market. So it has to be a new business, a new idea.
Okay. The school thing don't tire me. Working and schooling. Sorry. Hold. God bless you for this insight. I mean, God bless you, to be honest, Pri. You're doing an amazing so far. So what kind of business can one go into aside tech to get the innovator visa? Wait, is the innovator
No.
visa strictly for
Like I
those in
said,
tech?
any business, whether it's startup or innovator, any business, same rules apply. Any business, yeah, same rules apply,
Okay.
basically. The thing is it doesn't have to be tech. Tech is just, I just give an example. Like there are some endorsing bodies that want only tech. It's a tech endorsing body. There are some that want only fashion. Like it can be simple as makeup. Like
Yeah.
you can just call it something else. That this makeup is what people use for like Nigerian weddings and stuff, or even all them traditional marriage stuff that women wear. You can be like, it's not in the UK, and you want to bring it, you want to come and sell it in the UK. Yeah,
Ankara,
it can be
Ashoke,
anything,
all
but
this
you just
kind of
have to
thing. Yeah.
model it.
Somebody said
You just have to model it and convince
yeah.
whoever
Okay.
is giving you an endorsement. When you convince that person will now take whatever you've told them and convince the home office, and you get an endorsement. That's how it works.
Yeah. Somebody said the search route is capital intensive. Is it
Not
capital
really. Like,
intensive?
I'll bring it back to my own people that I use. Innovator International. Me, I paid, I think, £1,000 deposit before I got my endorsement. But that is for innovator. Startup is probably like half that price, £500 for deposit.
Are you okay? I'm switching my visa.
So
All
that's
right,
one.
I'm
That is
switching,
just
guys.
one
Let's back
endorsing
up
body. That,
that.
like I said, there are endorsing bodies that are free. If they like your business plan, they will endorse you. There are some that are free. You just have to put the work in.
So it's not even capital
No,
intensive,
no.
like
It's
literally,
just
like
like this Innovator International now.
wow.
If you're on a startup visa, I think you'll be paying a certain amount monthly. But if you're working in the UK, it's not a big deal. Do you understand? It might be like 200 or 300, basically.
You
You
can
can pay,
pay,
but
of
like I
course.
said, there are some that are even free.
Yeah.
As far as your business plan is really that good, they would endorse you. You just paste the link for them. They can go and contact the endorsing bodies. But like I said, before you contact an endorsing body, read about them, know what they want, so that you not waste your time. And think about what you want to do first. Like think about it, do research, ask questions, and see if this thing is going to work before you go and start like contacting any endorsing body. Like you have to do some work.
Yeah.
There's like you definitely have to do work.
Okay, those will be asking how much.
For what?
Yeah.
How much for?
Okay. I mean, some people are asking how much. I think you've answered that already.
Everyone is
So,
different. Like some is even
like, you
free.
can.
Everyone is different. Like students, for example, if you're already schooling in the UK, you just go and ask your school if they have a center of entrepreneurship, basically. And most schools have, and most schools can give you endorsement. If you're not a student, maybe you're in Nigeria and you're looking to move, you can, like, the list of endorsing bodies are sent to you. You can look at it and you can think about what business idea you can do.
Okay, so somebody asked, what if someone is already in the UK on a student visa and the school fees is becoming hard to pay? How can one switch to a startup visa?
The person is already a student in the UK.
Yeah, but the school fees is hard to pay and they
You
want
have to
switch
graduate. You have to
startup
graduate
visa.
first. You have to graduate before your school. No,
Okay,
they
you
cannot
can't
just
switch
switch.
while
You
you're
have to
still a
graduate.
student.
They will not answer you. You have to graduate. For you to even be on the process, they will ask you, are you in final year? Or like, are you graduating soon? That's the only way they will take you. Like, at least that's what my school does. That's the only way that they take you. When I was in university.
Oh, okay. What type of startup business would you have more chances on getting
It
an
doesn't matter
endorsement?
the type. Basically, what matters is you. If you believe in the idea, it goes a long way in convincing another person. Like I said, it's all about convincing. You have to convince yourself first
Yeah, it's all
before
about
you
an
can convince
idea
another
and
person.
yeah, letting them know this can work. Okay. How is the success rate for the startup visa
Once you get endorsement,
application? Do you know?
they will give you visa, except you have unforeseen circumstances. because almost everybody I know that we all did startup visa. Like my school, I did startup visa. My sister also did startup visa. Like she had another business plan. So startup visa, the main thing is getting an endorsement. Once you get an endorsement, you're very likely to get the visa. Like, but you know, home office, yeah. I don't want to say 100% guaranteed, but it's extremely likely.
Yeah,
Because
it's
the
luck,
whole,
a little bit
like
of
there
luck
about
and what you
the
have. So
visa thing is, for startup visa, the home office is thinking you are coming to help their economy. So they don't have any reason to refuse you. They think you're a brilliant human being coming to help their
yeah,
economy.
for
Yeah,
you
they
to
see you
get
as a
an
brilliant person that's
endorsement,
coming
yeah.
to help the economy. So definitely you're going to get your visa. It's not an issue. The issue is getting endorsement. Literally,
Okay.
that's the issue, getting an endorsement.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Somebody asked, please, can a fashion designer
Definitely.
get a
You
startup
just have
visa?
to, how you want to package it, it has to be innovative. You have to convince people that this thing is different from any other thing that's already on the UK market.
Okay, guys, the questions are a whole lot. I won't be able to ask Priya, and I'm trying to keep this video brief. So this video, I'll be leaving it on my YouTube page. And if you have more questions, go to his DM. And if he has chance, maybe he feel like, okay, Faith, I'm going to come back on your live and share more insights. I'll bring him back. Maybe that one would just be question and answer. All you have to be doing is to be answering people's questions. But we have to go now. So Priya, what final words do you have for those who want to migrate to the UK via the startup visa, or like your final
Just
words?
do research. Basically, just do your research. Any business you want to do research before you convince another person. Like, you need to have details about that sector. For example, when I was trying to get my first endorsement for startup visa, like, school was asking me, okay, do you know how many people in this region sells African food? And I was just there. I didn't have that information. So always do your research about your possible competition and all that, so that whoever you're trying to convince knows that, okay, this person has done research and this person knows
You
what he's
know the
talking about.
business.
So it's easier for them to believe that when you're saying is an innovative, it's actually innovative. But if you don't do your research and you just go, like, nobody will want to endorse you because it can come back on them, basically. So before you even start
Exactly.
looking for endorsing bodies, do your research, prepare your business plan, do your research, prepare your business plan, and all that.